Imagine for a moment that you are already living the life you desire. Picture your success, your abundance, your happiness. Everything you've ever wished for is in your hands right now. You might ask, how can this be true when I haven't seen these things materialize in my life yet? The answer is simple. It's all about the way you speak to yourself. The power to manifest your desires is already within you, but it begins with the words you choose. When you begin speaking to yourself from the end as if what you desire is already here, you begin a process of transformation that cannot fail. The first step in unlocking the incredible power of manifestation is to speak to yourself from the end. This is not just about wishing or hoping for something in the future. It's about assuming that your desires have already manifested. The secret to rapid manifestation is in the way you phrase your thoughts and speak them into existence. Instead of saying, I want to be wealthy, which leaves you in a perpetual state of wanting, say, I am wealthy. This simple shift in language changes the entire way your mind operates. When you speak the words, I am wealthy, you are not just saying them for the sake of saying them. You are telling your subconscious mind that this is already your reality. Your subconscious is a powerful tool. It does not question the validity of your thoughts or statements. It simply accepts them as truth and works to align your outer reality with what it believes to be true. Every time you say, I am wealthy, I am successful, or I am loved, your subconscious begins to arrange events and situations to bring these truths into your life. However, the key here is not just in the statement itself, but in the feeling that accompanies it. You must speak from the feeling of already having what you desire. You must speak as though the thing you want has already materialized in your life. This is where many people go wrong. They say the right words, but they don't truly feel the reality of those words. They speak them from a place of doubt or wishful thinking, rather than from the certainty of already having it. When you say, I am wealthy, feel the emotion of wealth. Feel the abundance, the joy, the freedom that comes with it. The law of attraction and manifestation is not just about thinking positive thoughts. It's about feeling the essence of what you desire. Words alone are not enough. Your words must be charged with the emotion and energy of the wish fulfilled. The more you feel the emotions associated with the words you speak, the quicker your desires will manifest. This is because the universe doesn't respond to thoughts alone. It responds to the vibration you emit. When your thoughts and feelings align, you emit a vibration that is a match to your desires, and the universe must respond in kind. If you want to manifest your desires quickly, the key is to speak and feel as though you are already living your dream life. This is the essence of living in the end. It is not about waiting for something to happen in the future. It is about knowing that what you desire is already here right now. The future is simply a projection of your thoughts in the present moment. The more you speak and feel as though your desires have already come true, the faster they will appear in your reality. Now, many people struggle with this concept because they are conditioned to think in terms of scarcity and lack. They are used to saying things like, I don't have enough money, or I wish I could travel, or I am not where I want to be in life. These thoughts and statements reinforce the belief that they are separate from their desires, that their desires are something to be obtained in the future, and that they are not already worthy of receiving them. But this is where the shift happens. When you begin to speak from the end, you stop seeing your desires as something you need to chase after. You stop thinking of them as something that's just out of reach. You stop thinking of them as something to be earned or worked for. Instead, you begin to see them as something you are already experiencing. You begin to live as though you have already achieved everything you've ever wanted. This subtle shift in perception changes. When you speak to yourself from the end, you are training your mind to believe that what you desire is already yours. Your subconscious mind does not differentiate between the real and the imagined. It accepts whatever you impress upon it as truth. So if you continually speak and feel as though your desires are already here, your subconscious mind will begin to align your outer circumstances with that belief. The people, events, and opportunities that will bring your desires into reality will begin to show up, often in the most unexpected ways. But there is more to this process than simply speaking the words. You must also embody the state of already having what you desire. This means taking action from the place of your wish fulfilled. It means making decisions and taking steps as though you are already the person you want to be. It means feeling the emotions of success, abundance, love, or health, and carrying those emotions with you throughout your day. The more you align your actions with your spoken words, the faster your desires will manifest. Let's take an example. If you desire to manifest a new job, don't wait until the perfect job offer arrives to start acting like the person you want to become. Begin speaking to yourself as though you are already employed in the job of your dreams. Begin acting as though you are already in the position you desire. Dress the part. Carry yourself with confidence and make decisions as though you are already there. When you align your thoughts, words, and actions with your desire, you create a powerful force that accelerates the manifestation process. The more consistently you speak to yourself from the end, the more quickly your desires will materialize. Every word you speak, every thought you think, and every feeling you experience contributes to the reality you are creating. The universe is constantly responding to the vibration you emit, so if you emit the vibration of already having what you desire, you will attract it into your life more quickly. This is the power of speaking to yourself from the end. It is not just about the words themselves, but the feeling and belief that accompany them. When you speak as though your desires have already been fulfilled, you are setting the stage for those desires to manifest in your life. You are telling your subconscious mind that what you desire is already here, and the universe must align with that belief. By speaking from the end, you are not just manifesting your desires faster, but you are also shifting your mindset from a place of lack to a place of abundance. You are no longer waiting for something to happen, you are creating it right now, in this very moment. And as you continue to speak, feel, and act as though your desires are already a part of your reality, you will find that your life begins to reflect those desires, often in ways you could never have anticipated. When you begin the journey of manifestation, it is essential to understand the deep connection between your thoughts, words, and emotions. Words are not just sounds, they are powerful forces that shape your world. Every time you speak, you are creating your reality, whether you realize it or not. The language you use, particularly in relation to yourself, has the potential to either strengthen or hinder your progress. If you want to manifest your desires faster, it is not just about repeating positive affirmations or wishing for things to change. It's about using affirmative language that aligns with the outcome you wish to experience. The process of manifestation is rooted in the belief that your external world is a reflection of your internal thoughts and feelings. When you choose to use affirmative language, you are speaking from a place of certainty, not lack. Affirmative language affirms your belief in the outcome you desire, and when you speak with confidence and conviction, your subconscious mind absorbs these truths as if they were already real. You are affirming not just what you want to happen, but the belief that it is already happening. Affirmations are often misunderstood as mere statements to say out loud without truly embodying the meaning behind them. However, affirmations are more than just words. They are declarations of the life you are choosing to create, and they must be backed by faith and feeling. Words, when spoken with belief and emotion, send a powerful signal to your subconscious, which then works to align your external circumstances with the energy you are radiating. Imagine that every word you speak is a seed being planted in the fertile soil of your mind. The more often you repeat these words with feeling, the more those seeds take root and begin to grow. If you want to manifest wealth, for instance, don't merely say, I want to be rich. This is a statement of lack, as it implies that you currently do not have what you desire. Instead, say, I am wealthy, or abundance flows to me easily and effortlessly. These are affirmations of affirmative language that align your thoughts, feelings, and energy with the reality of wealth. Affirmative language is not about hoping that something will happen, but about declaring that it is already happening. It is about shifting your mindset from a state of wishing and wanting to a state of knowing and receiving. This shift is crucial because when you affirm your desires, you are essentially telling the universe that you are ready to receive them. You are aligning your subconscious mind with your conscious desires. And the more you repeat these affirmations, the more deeply they embed into your consciousness. As your subconscious absorbs these affirmations, it begins to shape your beliefs and actions in alignment with them, thereby drawing your desires into your experience. However, simply speaking, the words is not enough. Affirmations must be infused with emotion. Your feelings are the most powerful force behind your words. Words spoken without feeling are like empty vessels. They carry no energy or life. But when you speak with genuine emotion, when you speak with the feeling of already having what you desire, those words become a magnetic force that attracts your desires to you. Feel the abundance, feel the success, feel the joy of already living the life you want. When you can embody the emotions associated with your desires, you send out a powerful vibration that aligns with the universe's energy. And this alignment is what accelerates manifestation. For example, if you desire to manifest a loving and supportive partner, don't just say, I am worthy of love. Instead say, I am loved and I am love. I attract love effortlessly. Feel the warmth of love surrounding you. Feel the joy and security that comes with being in a loving relationship. Speak the words with the certainty that you already are experiencing the love you desire. The feeling of already being loved will radiate from you, and as a result, the universe will reflect that back to you in the form of loving relationships and experiences. The key to the power of affirmations lies in the consistency with which you use them. It is not enough to repeat a few words a couple of times a day and then go back to your old way of thinking and speaking. Affirmative language must become a habit, a part of your daily life. Every time you speak, make sure that your words are in alignment with the reality you want to create. Start your day by speaking affirmations of gratitude and abundance. And as you move through the day, continue to affirm the things you want to manifest. The more you make affirmative language a natural part of your life, the quicker you will begin to see changes in your reality. It is also important to remember that the language you use must be in the present tense. The present tense communicates to your subconscious mind that what you desire is already here. This is why saying, I am wealthy is so powerful, as it assumes that you already are wealthy. On the other hand, saying, I will be wealthy places wealth in the future. And your subconscious mind will continually push it away, as it will always be something you're waiting for. By affirming your desires in the present, you condition your subconscious to accept them as part of your reality right now. And that is the key to rapid manifestation. As you continue to use affirmative language, you will notice that your thoughts begin to shift. You will find yourself thinking more positively and confidently, and your beliefs about what is possible for you will expand. The more you speak your desires into existence, the more you begin to feel deserving of them. You begin to change your mindset from one of lack and limitation to one of abundance and possibility. The words you speak begin to shape your self-image, and as your self-image shifts, so does your external reality. You will begin to take actions that align with your new beliefs, and the results you get will reflect those changes. Affirmative language is one of the most powerful tools you can use to manifest your desires quickly and easily. It allows you to reprogram your subconscious mind and align your thoughts, words, and actions with your desires. When you speak with conviction and emotion, your words become the very force that shapes your reality. So begin to use affirmative language every day. Speak as though your desires have already been fulfilled and feel the emotions associated with them. This practice will not only accelerate your manifestations, but it will also transform the way you think and live, bringing you closer to the life you truly desire. To truly accelerate your manifestations, you must embrace the power of consistency. Manifestation is not a one-time event. It is a continual process that is sustained by your thoughts, words, and actions. The key to bringing your desires into your life with ease is to consistently reinforce your beliefs and emotions. The more you consistently speak your desires as if they are already true, the faster they will materialize in your reality. Your reality is shaped by your consistent thoughts and feelings. And the more often you speak to yourself from the place of your wish fulfilled, the more quickly the universe will respond to your desires. Manifestation, at its core, is a process of reprogramming your mind. Your mind is like a garden, and your thoughts are the seeds you plant. If you plant seeds of doubt and fear, you will reap a harvest of doubt and fear. If you plant seeds of faith, belief, and certainty, you will reap a harvest of success and abundance. But just as a garden requires consistent care to grow, so does your mind. You must tend to it daily, planting the seeds of your desires and consistently watering them with your thoughts, feelings, and words. One of the most powerful tools in manifestation is affirmation. However, affirmations alone are not enough. It is not just about repeating words, it is about feeling and believing in the truth of those words with every fiber of your being. When you affirm that your desires are already manifest, you must also embody the belief that they are already here. It is this embodiment of your desires that creates a magnetic force that draws your desires closer to you. Consistency in your affirmations is key. It's not about repeating a few affirmations a couple of times a day and then going back to your old thought patterns. Manifestation requires commitment to your new beliefs. Each time you speak an affirmation, you are reinforcing the belief that what you desire is already on its way. The more consistently you affirm your desires, the more you shift your mindset from one of lack to one of abundance. Your words are the seeds you plant, and your feelings are the water that nourishes them. Over time, as you consistently speak and feel your desires, you will begin to see evidence of them in your external world. The importance of consistency extends beyond just affirmations. Your actions must also reflect your beliefs. When you speak to yourself as though your desires are already true, your actions should align with that belief. If you are affirming that you are wealthy, for example, you must begin to take actions that reflect that wealth. This doesn't mean you have to spend money frivolously or act in a way that is out of alignment with your current situation. Instead, it means that you begin to think, act, and make decisions as though you are already the person who has what you desire. This shift in your mindset will naturally lead to actions that are in alignment with your new beliefs. And the universe will respond accordingly. Many people get discouraged when they don't see immediate results, but this is where the power of consistency truly comes into play. Just as a seed does not sprout overnight, your desires will not always manifest instantly. The key is to remain consistent, trusting that every affirmation, every thought, every feeling is moving you closer to your goal. Even when you don't see immediate results, trust that your words are taking root and your desires are being prepared for you. The universe operates on its own timing, and sometimes it takes a little while for things to align. But if you remain consistent, your desires will manifest. Another crucial aspect of consistency is maintaining your beliefs even in the face of doubt or contrary evidence. It is easy to get discouraged when things don't seem to be working out or when challenges arise, but it is in these moments that your consistency is tested. When you encounter doubt or obstacles, it is important to persist in your affirmations and beliefs. The more you persist, the stronger your belief becomes, and the more quickly your desires will manifest. Remember, your reality is a reflection of your internal state. If you hold firm to the belief that your desires are already yours, despite any external challenges, the universe will respond to that unwavering belief. Consistency is not just about repetition. It is about creating a habit of thinking, speaking, and acting in alignment with your desires. Just as you would consistently practice a skill in order to improve, you must consistently practice your manifestation techniques in order to strengthen your belief and bring your desires into your life. Over time, these practices will become second nature, and your desires will flow to you effortlessly. To maintain consistency, it is also helpful to incorporate gratitude into your daily practice. Gratitude is a powerful tool for reinforcing your beliefs and accelerating manifestation. When you express gratitude for what you already have, you signal to the universe that you are ready to receive more. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, and this shift in perspective helps you stay aligned with the vibration of your desires. When you are consistently grateful for the blessings you already have, you open the door for even more blessings to flow into your life. It's important to remember that manifestation is not a passive process. While your words and feelings are powerful tools, you must also be an active participant in the process. This means taking inspired action when opportunities present themselves. When you are consistent in your thoughts, words, and emotions, the universe will begin to present you with opportunities that align with your desires. It is up to you to act on these opportunities with faith and confidence, knowing that they are part of the process of bringing your desires into reality. As you continue to practice consistency, you will begin to notice small shifts in your reality. At first, these shifts may be subtle, but as you maintain your affirmations and actions, they will become more noticeable. Over time, the universe will begin to align with your desires in bigger and more dramatic ways. You will begin to see evidence of your desires all around you, and the manifestations will flow to you with ease. Consistency is the key to unlocking the power of manifestation. It is the steady application of your thoughts, words, and emotions that will bring your desires into your life. The more consistent you are, the faster your desires will manifest. As you speak, feel, and act as though your desires are already true, you create a powerful force that aligns your inner and outer worlds. The universe is always responding to your energy, and when you remain consistent in your belief, you will begin to see the manifestation of your dreams. In the realm of manifestation, faith is the cornerstone of every successful desire. Without faith, your words and actions become empty, unable to create the desired reality. Faith is not a passive belief or a hopeful wish. It is the unwavering certainty that what you desire is already yours. It is this unshakable faith that fuels the power of your thoughts, words, and emotions. Faith is what turns your desires from mere thoughts into tangible realities. The power of manifestation lies in your ability to believe in the reality of your desires, even before they appear in your physical world. Faith begins in the mind. The thoughts you hold and the beliefs you carry shape the very fabric of your reality. Every thought you think either strengthens or weakens your faith. When you think from the perspective of already having what you desire, you strengthen your faith. The more you mentally affirm that your desires are already fulfilled, the more your subconscious mind aligns with that belief. As your subconscious mind absorbs these thoughts, it begins to rearrange your external circumstances to bring them in line with your inner beliefs. This is the powerful connection between thought and reality. Your outer world reflects your inner world. Faith, however, is not something that can be willed into existence by mere effort. Faith is built through experience, trust, and consistency. Just as a muscle grows stronger with exercise, your faith grows stronger when you continuously affirm and believe in your desires. The more you speak to yourself with certainty, the more faith you develop in your ability to manifest. Faith is a natural result of consistently affirming the truth of your desire. Every time you speak your desires as if they are already true, you are exercising your faith, and like any muscle, it gets stronger with repetition. One of the most significant aspects of faith is patience. Faith requires patience because manifestation does not always happen instantly. The process of bringing your desires into reality often takes time. However, faith assures you that what you desire is on its way, even when you cannot yet see the evidence in your physical world. It is easy to lose faith when results are not immediately apparent, but this is where the true power of faith lies. Faith is knowing that your desires are already in motion, even if the evidence is not yet visible. The universe is always working behind the scenes, orchestrating events and circumstances to bring your desires to fruition. When you trust in this process and remain patient, you allow your desires to manifest in the perfect way and at the perfect time. Building faith requires a deep inner knowing. This knowing is different from intellectual understanding or logical reasoning. It is a deep, gut-level understanding that your desires are already yours. This knowing does not rely on external evidence. It comes from an internal sense of certainty. It is the feeling of having already received what you desire, even before it physically appears in your life. When you can cultivate this inner knowing, your faith becomes unshakable and your desires manifest much more quickly. Faith also requires you to let go of doubt. Doubt is the opposite of faith. When you doubt the possibility of your desires manifesting, you weaken your faith and hinder the manifestation process. Doubt is a reflection of fear, and fear comes from the belief that you are separate from your desires. Doubt tells you that you do not deserve what you want, or that it is not possible for you. But faith, on the other hand, is the belief that your desires are already on their way to you. It is the belief that you are worthy of everything you desire and that the universe is always working to bring your dreams into reality. The key to overcoming doubt is to focus on the end result, the fulfillment of your desires. When you focus on the end result, you align your thoughts and feelings with the energy of already having what you want. Instead of thinking about the challenges or obstacles that may arise along the way, focus only on the feeling of success, abundance, love, or whatever it is that you desire. Imagine the end result as vividly as possible, and let that feeling of already having it become the driving force behind your actions, thoughts, and emotions. When you focus on the end result and feel it as though it is already true, doubt will no longer have a place in your mind. One of the most powerful ways to strengthen your faith is to engage in visualization. Visualization is the practice of imagining your desires as if they have already happened. By vividly picturing yourself living the life you want, you create a mental image that your subconscious mind accepts as true. The more you practice this visualization, the stronger your faith becomes, because you are consistently training your mind to see and believe that your desires are already real. Visualization helps to bridge the gap between your current reality and your desired reality. It allows you to experience the feeling of already having what you want. And it is this feeling that powers your faith and accelerates the manifestation process. Faith also involves the releasing of attachment to the outcome. This may seem counterintuitive, but it is essential to the manifestation process. When you are overly attached to a specific outcome or timeline, you place unnecessary pressure on the manifestation process, which can cause resistance. This resistance slows down the process and makes it more difficult for your desires to materialize. When you release attachment to the outcome, you allow the universe to work in its own time and in its own way. This does not mean you stop desiring what you want. It simply means that you trust that what you desire is already on its way, and you no longer need to control how or when it will show up. In moments of doubt or impatience, remind yourself that faith is a choice. You choose to believe in your desires, even when there is no external evidence to support them. Faith is a decision to trust in the unseen, to believe in the possibility of your desires manifesting, and to hold that belief with conviction. Every time you choose faith over doubt, you strengthen your connection to your desires and you accelerate the manifestation process. One of the most important aspects of faith is that it empowers you. When you truly believe that your desires are already yours, you take action from a place of confidence and certainty. You no longer act from a place of fear or lack. Instead, you act from a place of abundance and trust. Faith gives you the courage to take bold steps toward your desires, knowing that the universe is working in your favor. The strength of your faith determines how quickly and easily your desires will manifest. As you build and nurture your faith, you will begin to see your desires appear in your life more effortlessly. When your faith is strong and unwavering, your desires cannot help but manifest, because you are a clear match to the energy of what you want. The stronger your faith, the faster the universe will respond to your desire. And as you continue to believe, trust, and take inspired action, you will find that your faith is the key that unlocks the door to all of your dreams. The power of imagination is one of the most profound forces in the process of manifestation. Imagination is not merely a tool for daydreaming or escaping reality, it is the creative power that shapes your world. Your imagination is the bridge between the inner world of thoughts and beliefs and the outer world of experience. What you imagine is not something far removed from reality, but rather the blueprint that dictates your reality. The images and scenarios you create in your mind have the ability to become the physical circumstances of your life. When you learn to harness the power of your imagination, you unlock the ability to manifest your desires faster and more effectively. Imagination works by creating vivid mental images that correspond to the life you wish to create. These mental images serve as a preview of your desired reality. The mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. To your subconscious mind, the images you create through imagination are as real as your present circumstances. This is why it is so important to imagine your desires with as much detail and emotion as possible. When you imagine your goals, feelings, and experiences as though they are already happening, you signal to your subconscious mind that these are the experiences you wish to create. Over time, as your subconscious absorbs these images, it begins to reshape your external reality to match the vivid pictures you've created. Imagination also allows you to experience your desires before they manifest in the physical world. This is perhaps one of the most powerful aspects of manifestation, the ability to experience the feeling of your wish fulfilled, even before you see it in the physical realm. The emotions you feel while imagining yourself living your dream life send a signal to your subconscious mind that your desires are already on their way. The emotional charge that accompanies a vivid mental image is what activates the power of imagination. When you feel the emotions of already having what you desire, you begin to attract experiences that mirror those feelings. The key to manifestation is not just visualizing what you want, but feeling the joy, excitement, or gratitude that comes with it. The process of using your imagination to manifest is very simple, yet deeply transformative. You must begin by creating a clear mental image of the outcome you wish to experience. Whether it is wealth, a loving relationship, success, or anything else, you must vividly imagine what that outcome looks like. See it in your mind as clearly as you can. Picture the details, the setting, the people, the sounds, the colors. The more detailed the image, the more real it becomes. As you hold this image in your mind, allow yourself to feel the emotions that come with it. Imagine the happiness, the excitement, the satisfaction, the peace of already having what you desire. It is this feeling that is the driving force behind your manifestation. Without the emotion, the image remains a mere fantasy. With the emotion, it becomes a magnetic force that pulls your desires into your reality. One of the most powerful aspects of imagination is that it allows you to experience your desires as if they are already real, even before they have manifested. This is where the true magic lies. When you imagine yourself living the life you want, you do not need to wait for the external world to change first. Instead, by vividly imagining your desires, the law of attraction states that like attracts like. When you imagine yourself in a state of abundance, love, or success, you begin to vibrate at the same frequency as those experiences. This is what draws them into your life. The more often you imagine yourself in this state, the stronger the pull becomes, and the faster your reality shifts to match your inner vision. The imagination is a tool that can be used at any time, and it is most effective when used consistently. Just as you practice any skill to improve, you must practice imagining the life you desire. The more frequently you use your imagination to vividly picture your goals, the more easily and naturally it becomes to align your thoughts and feelings with your desires. With each session of visualization, you begin to see the images of your dreams with greater clarity, and the emotions you feel become more intense. As you build this connection between your inner world of imagination and your outer world of experience, you begin to see real-world changes that reflect the images you've created in your mind. Another important aspect of using imagination effectively is to live in the end. This concept means that you must imagine yourself as already having what you desire, not as someone who is waiting for it to come. It is the difference between imagining someday I will be wealthy and imagining I am wealthy now. The power lies in the present moment. When you imagine your desires as already fulfilled, you begin to act, think, and feel as though they are already true in terms of circumstances to change in the external world before you act. Instead, you align your inner world with your desires first, and the external world follows. Living in the end is about embodying the feeling of success, love, or abundance as though you are already experiencing it. This shifts your vibration and sends a powerful message to your subconscious mind that this is the reality you are choosing to create. It is also important to detach from the how, meaning don't focus on how your desires will manifest. The creative power of your imagination is not concerned with the details of how things will come to you. The imagination works by focusing on the desired end result, not the steps that lead to it. Trying to figure out how your desires will manifest often brings about doubt and confusion, which blocks the flow of energy. Trust the process and know that the universe will provide the best way for your desires to manifest. When you release attachment to the how, you allow your imagination to work freely and allow the universe to bring about the perfect circumstances to make your dreams a reality. Imagination is a tool that works in conjunction with your emotions and your faith. When you use your imagination to picture your desires, you must also use your feelings to strengthen that image. It is the combination of a vivid mental image with powerful emotion that creates the energetic pull that attracts your desires. Faith plays a crucial role because it is the belief that the images you create in your mind will come to fruition. Without faith, imagination becomes a mere fantasy. But with unwavering belief in your desires, your imagination becomes a magnet for the things you want to bring into your life. Imagination also helps you to become the person who is already living the life you desire. Through vivid mental imagery, you begin to embody the qualities, thoughts, and behaviors of the person who already has what they want. Your imagination becomes a mirror, reflecting the version of you that is aligned with your desires. This shift in self-image is a critical part of manifestation, as it influences how you act, think, and speak in your daily life. The more you use your imagination to step into the version of yourself who already has their desires, the more natural it becomes to take inspired actions that bring your dreams closer to reality. The power of imagination is unparalleled in the realm of manifestation. It allows you to create the life you desire, not just in thought, but in emotion, feeling, and belief. When you imagine your desires with clarity and feeling, you align your energy with the frequency of those desires, and the universe responds accordingly. Your imagination is the key that unlocks the door to all the possibilities you seek. By practicing this powerful tool consistently, you will find that the life you envision is already on its way to you. The power of self-talk is one of the most overlooked yet incredibly influential aspects of manifestation. The words you speak to yourself, even in the silence of your mind, carry an immense weight in shaping your reality. Each thought you have is a form of self-talk, and these thoughts directly influence your emotions, actions, and ultimately the world around you. To manifest your desires quickly and effectively, you must become conscious of the internal dialogue you maintain and ensure that it aligns with the reality you wish to create. The words you use with yourself are the foundation of your future experiences. And by changing this dialogue, you can begin to reshape your entire life. Your subconscious mind is always listening. It does not distinguish between what is real or imagined, between what is positive or negative. It simply accepts the words, feelings, and beliefs that you consistently offer. The more you repeat certain thoughts and phrases to yourself, the more your subconscious mind begins to believe them as true. Over time, these thoughts become ingrained in your mind, shaping your identity and the circumstances you attract. If you speak to yourself with self-doubt, fear, or negative beliefs, your subconscious mind will accept these thoughts as your reality, and you will begin to experience the world through the lens of those beliefs. On the other hand, when you speak to yourself with positivity, confidence, and certainty, your subconscious mind begins to shift. It begins to accept these new beliefs as truths, and as a result, your external reality begins to change to match the energy of those beliefs. The power of self-talk lies in its ability to influence the way you perceive yourself and the world around you. It is through self-talk that you can reprogram your mind and transform your life. One of the most powerful forms of self-talk is to speak to yourself as though you are already living the life you desire. Instead of affirming what you want as something that will come in the future, speak to yourself as though it is already yours. For example, instead of saying, "I am going to be successful," say, "I am successful now." The key to this approach is to use the present tense, as though your desires are already a part of your reality. This creates a sense of immediacy and reinforces the belief that your desires are already here. When you speak to yourself in this way, you activate the feeling of already having what you want. Feelings are the key to manifestation because they are what magnetize your desires to you. Your feelings create a vibrational frequency that attracts experiences that match that frequency. By consistently speaking to yourself as though you are already living the life you want, you begin to feel the emotions associated with those desires. These emotions, whether they are feelings of abundance, love, success, or peace, send a powerful signal to the universe that you are already aligned with the reality you wish to create. The more you engage in this kind of self-talk, the stronger the pull becomes, and the faster your desires will manifest. Self-talk is also crucial in overcoming the doubts and limiting beliefs that often arise on the path to manifestation. It is easy to fall into the trap of self-criticism or to listen to the negative thoughts that pop up in your mind, especially when things seem challenging. However, this is where the power of positive self-talk becomes essential. When doubt arises, counter it with affirmations that reaffirm your worthiness and your ability to create the life you desire. When you feel fear or uncertainty creeping in, speak to yourself with love, reassurance, and encouragement. You are your own most powerful ally, and by consciously choosing to speak to yourself with compassion and belief, you can overcome any obstacle that stands in the way of your desires. The key to effective self talk is consistency. Just as you would consistently practice any skill to improve, you must practice positive self talk consistently to shift your mindset. The more you repeat empowering thoughts and affirmations to yourself, the more ingrained they become in your subconscious mind. Over time, these positive beliefs will reflect the old limiting beliefs, and your life will begin to reflect this shift. Self talk is not something you do once and forget about. It is a daily practice that requires intention and focus. The more you commit to this practice, the more quickly you will begin to see results. In addition to using the present tense and replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones, it is also important to speak to yourself with gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful emotions you can cultivate because it shifts your focus from lack to abundance. When you speak to yourself with gratitude, you signal to your subconscious mind that you are open to receiving more of the good things you desire. Gratitude amplifies the energy of your self-talk, creating a magnetic pull that attracts more of what you want into your life. Take time each day to express gratitude for the blessings you already have, and as you do, watch how your world begins to shift in response. Another important aspect of self-talk is to silence the negative, critical voice that often emerges in moments of fear or doubt. This voice, often fueled by past experiences or societal conditioning, is the voice of limitation. It tells you that you are not enough, that your dreams are too big, that failure is inevitable. However, this voice is not the truth. It is simply a pattern of thought that has been ingrained over time. To counteract this negative self-talk, you must become aware of it and replace it with affirmations of your power, potential, and worth. When the critical voice arises, choose to speak to yourself in a way that empowers and uplifts you. Remind yourself that you are worthy of your desires, that you are capable of achieving your dreams, and that the universe is working in your favor. As you become more aware of your self-talk and begin to shift it, you will notice a shift in your external reality. Your relationships will improve, your opportunities will increase, and your life will begin to reflect the confidence and positivity you are cultivating within yourself. The way you speak to yourself is the foundation of your experience, and by consciously choosing to speak with love, belief, and gratitude, you create a powerful force for transformation. Self-talk is not just about repeating words or affirmations. It is about aligning your inner world with the outer world you wish to create. Your words are not just empty phrases, they are the energy that shapes your life. When you speak with conviction, clarity, and emotion, you activate the law of attraction and begin to draw your desires to you. The more you engage in this process, the more quickly and easily your desires will manifest. By mastering the art of self-talk, you take control of your reality. You no longer wait for external circumstances to change. Instead, you change your internal dialogue, and the world around you begins to mirror that change. Your words are your power, and by speaking to yourself in a way that aligns with your dreams, you unlock the potential to create the life you desire. The key is to be consistent, compassionate, and confident in your self-talk, knowing that your words have the power to shape your destiny. The power of belief cannot be overstated when it comes to the manifestation process. Belief is the foundation upon which everything is built, the lens through which you view the world. What you believe about yourself, your capabilities, and your circumstances shapes the very reality that unfolds before you. Your beliefs are the unspoken commands to the universe, and they determine the experiences and opportunities that will come your way. To manifest your desires with speed and certainty, you must develop an unwavering belief in the possibility of your dreams, in the power of your own mind, and in the certainty that the universe is always conspiring in your favor. When you deeply believe in something, it no longer remains a distant hope or desire, it becomes an expectation. Your mind shifts, and you begin to take actions and make choices that align with your belief. It is this alignment between your belief and your actions that makes manifestation not only possible but inevitable. If you wish to manifest anything, whether it is wealth, health, a fulfilling relationship, or success in your career, you must first believe that it is possible for you. Your belief is like a seed planted in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. The stronger and more consistent your belief, the faster it will grow, and the sooner it will manifest in the physical world. Belief works in tandem with the other elements of manifestation, such as imagination, emotions, and self-talk, but it is the most critical piece in the puzzle. Without belief, the other elements cannot work effectively. You might imagine your desires, speak to yourself with positivity, and use powerful emotions to fuel your manifestation, but if you do not truly believe that what you are asking for is possible, your efforts will be in vain. Belief is the fuel that powers the engine of manifestation, and without it, the engine will not start. The key to developing unwavering belief is to remove all doubt. Doubt is the enemy of manifestation because it acts as a barrier to the flow of energy between your conscious and subconscious mind. When you doubt, you create a vibrational mismatch between what you desire and what you believe is possible. This mismatch sends mixed signals to the universe, slowing down the manifestation process. To manifest quickly, you must believe, without a shadow of a doubt, that your desires are not only possible, but that they are already on their way to you. This belief is not a passive, wishful thought. It is an active, conscious decision to trust in your own power and in the universal laws that govern creation. Belief is cultivated through consistent practice and repetition. It is not something that you can simply wish into existence. To truly believe in the possibility of your desires, you must train your mind to focus on the belief that they are already a part of your reality. One powerful way to do this is through affirmations. By repeating positive, empowering affirmations daily, you begin to reprogram your subconscious mind and replace limiting beliefs with those that support your desires. Every time you affirm that something is already true for you, you reinforce your belief. And this belief becomes stronger and more ingrained over time. In addition to affirmations, visualization is a powerful tool to strengthen your belief in your desires. Visualization allows you to experience your dreams as though they are already happening. When you visualize yourself living the life you desire, you create an image in your mind that your subconscious accepts as real. The more vivid and detailed your visualizations are, the more real they will feel, and the more your belief will grow. As you begin to see yourself as the person who already has what you want, you strengthen your belief that it is not only possible, but that it is already happening. It is important to remember that belief is not about wishing or hoping for something. Belief is a deep knowing, a certainty that the desired outcome is already a part of your experience. When you believe that your desires are already yours, you act as if they are. You no longer wait for the outside world to change before you feel the joy, excitement, and gratitude that comes with your desire. Instead, you embody the feeling of your wish fulfilled right now. The shift in perception is what aligns you with the frequency of your desires, and it is what accelerates the manifestation process. To strengthen your belief, it is also helpful to surround yourself with positive influences. This can include reading books, listening to podcasts, or watching videos that reinforce your belief in the power of manifestation. It can also involve spending time with people who support and uplift you, people who believe in the power of the mind and in the potential for transformation. The more you expose yourself to these positive influences, the more your belief will be reinforced, and the more quickly you will begin to see the results you desire. Another crucial aspect of belief is faith. Faith is the trust that everything is unfolding as it should, even when you cannot see the evidence of it yet. Faith is the knowing that the universe is working behind the scenes to bring your desires into reality, even if you cannot yet perceive the physical manifestation of your dreams. The key to faith is to detach from the how of manifestation. The how is not your concern. Your job is to maintain unwavering belief and trust that the universe will provide the perfect circumstances, opportunities, and people to bring your desires into reality. Belief is also a matter of focusing on the end result rather than the process. Often, people become discouraged because they are too focused on how their desires will manifest or when they will see results. Instead of getting caught up in the details of the how and when, shift your focus to the end result. Imagine your desires as already fulfilled. See yourself living your dream life, experiencing the joy and satisfaction of your wishes already being realized. This shift in focus will strengthen your belief that it is already happening, and the more you believe it, the more it will come to fruition. It is essential to remember that belief is a choice. Every day you have the power to choose what you believe. You can choose to believe in the possibility of your desires, or you can choose to doubt them. The more you consciously choose to believe in your desires, the more you begin to see evidence of their manifestation. Your belief will guide you, and it will shape the course of your life. By cultivating unwavering belief in yourself, in your desires, and in the process of manifestation, you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the energy of what you wish to create. Belief is the key that unlocks the door to your desires. When you believe with certainty that your desires are already yours, you activate the power of the universe to bring them into being. The stronger your belief, the faster your manifestation will occur. Therefore, take control of your beliefs, nurture them with positivity, and trust that everything you desire is already on its way to you. Belief is not a passive force, but an active and powerful one that shapes the course of your life and brings your dreams into reality. When you look at your life, what do you see? Is it a reflection of your desires and dreams? Or does it seem like your goals are always just out of reach? The truth is, what you experience in your external world is a direct reflection of the internal state of your mind. The way you think, the beliefs you hold, and the emotions you consistently feel shape your reality. This is why understanding and mastering the power of your imagination is one of the most crucial elements in the manifestation process. Your imagination is not just a passive tool for daydreaming or fantasy. It is a dynamic force that creates your reality. The images you hold in your mind, the scenes you mentally rehearse, and the scenarios you vividly imagine are not just abstract thoughts. They are the blueprints for your future experiences. Your imagination is the creative faculty of your mind. It has the power to mold and shape your reality in ways you may not even fully realize. Most people go through life without fully understanding the potential of their imagination, unaware that it is one of the most powerful tools they possess. The images you create in your mind are not mere wishes or fantasies. They are the seeds of your desires. When you vividly imagine your desires as already fulfilled, you are impressing your subconscious mind with the belief that those desires are not only possible, but that they are already real. The imagination operates as a bridge between the conscious and subconscious mind. It is through imagination that you can impress your subconscious with new beliefs, new desires, and new possibilities. The more detailed and real you make the scenes in your mind, the more your subconscious mind believes those scenes are happening right now. This belief, in turn, influences your thoughts, emotions, and actions, and ultimately begins to shape your physical reality. To manifest anything you desire, you must first create a vivid mental image of it, feel the emotions associated with it, and consistently return to that image. until it becomes a dominant, unquestionable belief. Your imagination works best when it is paired with emotion. The emotional charge you give to an imagined scene is what brings it to life. Your emotions are the fuel that powers the imagination. When you imagine your desires with emotion, you are sending a powerful signal to the universe. This emotional charge is what makes the image in your mind feel real. And the more real the image feels, the quicker it will manifest. The emotions you feel when you imagine your desires are what draw them to you. This is why it is essential to not only imagine your desires, but to also feel the joy, gratitude, and excitement that would come with their fulfillment. These emotions raise your vibrational frequency, making you a magnet for the experiences and opportunities that align with those desires. One of the most important things to understand about the imagination is that it does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. The subconscious mind accepts whatever you impress upon it, regardless of whether it is true in the external world. This means that when you imagine yourself living the life you desire, your subconscious mind begins to believe that it is already happening. The more vividly and consistently you imagine your desires, the more your subconscious mind accepts them as your current reality. This is why visualization exercises are so powerful. When you close your eyes and imagine your ideal life in great detail, whether it is a successful career, a loving relationship, or a life of financial abundance, you are mentally creating the environment in which those desires can manifest. You are programming your subconscious to align with the reality you wish to experience. The key to this process is to make your mental imagery as detailed and immersive as possible. The more senses you engage in your visualization, sight, sound, smell, touch, and even taste, the more real the imagined scene becomes. When you create a scene in your mind that feels real, your subconscious mind begins to accept it as fact, and the universe begins to rearrange itself to bring that scene into physical reality. Imagination also plays a crucial role in overcoming doubts and fears that may arise on the path to manifestation. Often, the reason people struggle to manifest their desires is because they focus more on the what ifs and the how of their desires rather than the end result. They imagine worst case scenarios, they worry about failure, and they doubt their ability to succeed. This focus on negative possibilities only reinforces a sense of lack and limitation. To counteract this, you must use your imagination to vividly picture the success, joy, and fulfillment that you desire. Imagine the best possible outcome and allow yourself to feel the emotions that come with it. The more you engage with these positive mental images, the less room there will be for fear, doubt, and worry to take hold. Another important aspect of using your imagination to manifest is mental rehearsal. Just as an athlete rehearses their movements and strategies mentally before performing in real life, you can use mental rehearsal to practice living your desires before they appear in your external reality. For example, if you are working toward a career promotion, mentally rehearse yourself in the role you desire. Imagine yourself in the office, interacting with colleagues, and taking on new responsibilities with ease and confidence. The more you rehearse this scene in your mind, the more real it becomes, and the more likely you are to act in ways that align with this reality. Imagination is also a tool for self-discovery. As you begin to use your imagination more consciously, you may find that new desires, dreams, and possibilities begin to emerge that you had not considered before. Your imagination helps you connect with your true desires and reveal what you truly want in life. By giving yourself the space to dream and imagine without limitations, you open the door to greater possibilities. Allow your imagination to be free, without judgment or restriction, and allow it to guide you toward your highest good. The key to using imagination for manifestation is to consistently return to the images and feelings of your desires, even when the physical world may not yet reflect those desires. You must trust the power of your imagination and know that the images you create in your mind are just as real as what you experience with your physical senses. The more consistently you hold these images and emotions, the quicker they will materialize in your external reality. Ultimately, imagination is a tool of creation. It is through your imagination that you shape your world, and it is through consistent and focused use of imagination that you can bring your deepest desires into being. The images you hold in your mind are the blueprints for your reality, and by vividly imagining the life you wish to create, you are laying the groundwork for its physical manifestation. Embrace the power of your imagination and understand that through this mental faculty, you can create anything you desire. Your imagination is not just a fleeting fantasy. When used consciously and with intent, it is the key to unlocking the life you dream of. In conclusion, the journey of manifestation is rooted in a deep understanding of the power of the mind, emotions, and beliefs. Everything in your life is a reflection of your inner world, and by mastering the way you speak to yourself, the images you create in your mind, and the beliefs you hold, you unlock the ability to transform your external reality. When you speak to yourself with confidence, positivity, and certainty, you are aligning your thoughts and feelings with the energy of your desires. The words you use, whether spoken out loud or silently, are not just expressions, they are commands to the universe, shaping the experiences and opportunities that come into your life. The imagination, too, is a powerful tool in this process. It is through the imagination that you create the mental images and emotional experiences that signal your desires to the universe. The more vividly you can see your dreams as already fulfilled, the more your subconscious mind will believe that they are real. This belief, combined with unwavering faith and a deep sense of gratitude, accelerates the manifestation process, drawing your desires into your life with speed and ease. Your beliefs shape the course of your life, and by choosing to believe in the possibility of your desires, you open yourself up to infinite potential. The more you believe in your own power, the more quickly you will see your dreams become a reality. It is through a consistent practice of positive self-talk, imaginative visualization, and unwavering belief that you can create the life you desire. Manifestation is not a passive process. It requires conscious effort, daily practice, and a willingness to trust in the unseen. When you align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with your desires, you activate the law of attraction and allow your dreams to unfold before you. By mastering the power of your mind, your emotions, and your beliefs, you can manifest your desires faster than you ever thought possible. Trust in your own ability to create, and know that the universe is always working in your favor. Your power to manifest begins with you, and by cultivating a strong, unwavering belief in yourself, you can transform your life and experience the reality you've always dreamed of.